Bill Hitchcock. Welcome to the program. As you can see, we're still not back into the studio, but we have got a fantastic fishing report to get out to you. As the little thing says, it's probably one of the best all year, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to tolerate that guy. Oh, well, anyway, let's get on to it. We're into low tech, no teleprompters, no iPads. We're into paper. What's going to be going on today? The drum fishing all up and down the coast of North Carolina has been fantastic. Little drum, medium drum, large drum. We're going to talk about that. Tarpon. Boy, do we have a spy's view of a big old school of tarpon that's swimming on to the inside. King mackerel off of the piers. The pier activity has been fantastic for kings. Billfish. Blue marlin, sailfish, whatnot, offshore, tuna dolphin, wahoo, tuna dolphin, wahoo, tuna dolphin, wahoo. What else we got? Oh, alligators. Yeah, not up in the creeks, out towards the ocean. We're going to get on all to that. But first off, I want to go over the weather. We all know it's been extremely hot. I want to show you this. I ventured on up to Norfolk, Virginia Beach. And while I was in one of their tunnels, take a look at this temperature. 113 degrees. Yeah, buddy. It's hot. Anyway, beach temperatures, let's take a look at that. They've become consistent. This happened starting about a week or so ago. Take a look at this. You can see the beach water temperatures up there in Duck, all the way down in Wilmington, around 83 degrees. In between there, they're around 87, 88 degrees. We could not get a reading for the Hatteras area. But particularly, I wanted to show you the sea surface temperatures. Look at this. It looks like just about everywhere is Gulf Stream. In Pamlico, Albemarle Sound, I mean, we're pushing 90 degrees. It'll probably get warmer if this heat spell happens. You can see out in the Gulf Stream, it's about the same. Once you hit the point of Hatteras, moving north, it cools down a bit. We're still, low to mid 80s. That's the cool down. So things are extremely hot, as well as the fishing report. Now I got to put my eyeballs on fishing report. First off, I want to go to coastal helicopters out of Manio. They were flying down south from their location. They were heading on down Coral Banks. Take a look at what they saw. They say this, coastal helicopter out of Manio says, mystery fish of the day. Larry said they were about 4 to 5 feet long, silver colored, and swimming with a bunch of sharks nearby. This was Drum Inlet heading towards down to, it's on the Cape Lookout National Seashore. Well, those are tarpon. They're swimming around Drum Inlet, probably going on into Drum Inlet, and I zoomed in. I was able to see a forked tail. Those are definitely tarpon there at Drum Inlet. Now, speaking of Drum Inlet, I've been sitting on this for a long time. I want to show you this. I've got all of the inlets up and down the coast of North Carolina, but I'm going to concentrate just on Drum Inlet on this. There's Drum Inlet and New Drum Inlet. Look over a 40-year period how Drum Inlet has shifted, changed, expanded, closed up, blah, blah. I'm rolling this now. It's off of Google Earth. You can do this too. Go to Google Earth, and they've got a 40-year history. We can go anywhere. Not just the coast of North Carolina. But look at that. The beaches are moving. There was a fantastic book, I believe it came out in the late 70s by Dr. Orrin Pilkey, entitled The Beaches Are Moving, and they are. This is not, and I stress, not an effect of global warming or seawater rise. No. Hatteras and Oregon Inlet were formed at the same time. This is Mother Nature. Think about it. You got sand, you got water, you got wind, and you got current. Those are the 4 things that make the Outer Banks. Name me one of those 4 things that's stable. None. All right, enough of all that. Let's get on to it. Nags Head Pier, a couple of days ago. Take a look at this, what happened over nighttime. Isn't that cool? That's SpaceX flying on by. Jeanette's Pier, by the way, reports that the water temperature is 80 degrees there. They're catching Spanish mackerel and barjacks. Now, got a viewer. Sorry, I got to put my eyeballs on. Viewer submission, Calvin Bonham. He's surf fishing up in Corolla. He says, saw this little guy sneak up on me, drop the gotcha plug in its face, and no hesitation. Boom. So, yeah, they're swimming around. Tis the season for the sharks, and very close. So please keep that in mind. Thank you, Calvin Bonham, for sending in that picture. Now let's go to Fishing Frenzy. Fantastic video of a blue marlin catch and release. 400 pounds.
Good to see you again.
Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. Salty Waters OBX Fishing. Another thing that I love. Listen to this. He says, one of the quickest 6-man limits and more I've caught this season. This morning, then went and finished the trip in the ocean on a school of drum. So he's on the inside, just, an hour, we reached our limit, boom, head on out to the outside, catch a different type of fish. I love it when that happens. Rigged up charters out of Nag's Head. Watch this video. And pay attention. Now, I'll just tell you in advance, this is what I love so much about this type of charter. The angler, which of course is the charter, and the guy that's acting as the mate is also part of the charter. And I think this is fantastic for rigged up charters. They're allowing their charter to get involved in all aspects of it. Watch this.
Behind the lead. I've been on the boat trying to get some straight. Let him go. Let him go. Go ahead. Over the head. Head. Get behind the swivel. Go. Get behind the swivel. Pull it up there. Get behind the swivel. Get behind the swivel. Get behind it. Hold it right around your hand. Right around your hand. Hold on there. Hold on to it. Bruce, it looks you fit, bro. Here you go. That's a 50 pounder. There you go. Touch him, he'll bite you. Look at that one. King Mike. Awesome. Bruce!
Again, that was a charter doing all the work, but the mate, the real mate, was there telling everybody what to do, making sure everybody was doing the right thing, making sure everybody is safe. And believe me, if it was an unsafe environment, they would not allow the charter to do what they were doing. And also the captain up on the bridge, he's watching everything. He sees everything, and they're, him and the mate are talking back and forth. But anyway, I just like the fact when a charter will ask. If you're going out on a charter, ask the mate and the captain, hey, what can I do? What can I do to participate? Because it's a lot of fun. All right, Stolot Fishing Charters. Here's, this is what I say, one of the greatest all year. Stolot Charters out of Wanchese. This is a quick Sunday family friend trip. We left the dock at 11:30 and was back tied up at 2:45. And look at all those fish. Like just, actual fishing time couldn't have been 2 hours. And so congratulations to those guys. And again, this is indicative of this time of year, in-game sport fishing out of Oregon Inlet. I just wanted to show you this. Dolphin, a lot of Baylor dolphins, tuna. It's tuna dolphin wahoo. Tuna dolphin wahoo is that time of year. Now, a viewer, Clay McPherson, fishing around the the Oregon Inlet area. He says, another bruiser bull English William, another bruiser bull red in the evening on cut mullet. Sea mullet have shown up pretty good for some family bottom fishing. Sea mullet's one of the best tasting fish you can have. It's not a jumping mullet. Those got that strong fishy taste. It's a sea mullet. So thank you very much for Clay McPherson. Go to his Facebook page. He's always got something going on. Another viewer submission, Paul Kimmy, I believe that's pronounced, how you pronounce it. He says, my brother-in-law Tony and I came down with our kayaks for a vacation with our family, spent several mornings at Mann's Harbor and braved the choppy waters. Only one sheep's head, a handful of black drum, 2 striper in the 25-inch range, and Tony with the win on Friday a.m. with a big drum. Fiddler crabs on bottom sweepers for the win. Thank you, Paul and Tony, for that. Another viewer submission. Robert Smith, he said, hit Bonner Bridge this morning, caught some nice flounder and spadefish on shrimp, caught my personal best spadefish this morning, ended the morning with 4 spades in the cooler, tight lines. Robert Smith. All right. I love hearing, and again, guys, I'm sorry I'm having to look down. I don't have a teleprompter. I'm on the road. I don't even have my iPad. that. So I'm having to go off the old-fashioned way, looking at the pieces of paper. Now, down on Hatteras, Rodanthe Pier, the Magic Erase Board. I love this Magic Erase Board. They got Spanish spots and bluefish and croaker. But not only that, drum. Take a look at the picture of that nice little old drum there. Now, another viewer submission, Charlie Burnett and Lynn Irvine. They say, we love your show. Thank you very much. We love you for watching. Took our home-built wooden 17-foot boat out of Hatteras today and caught a few mahi and some other small false albacore threw those back. Charlie and Lynn, thank you for sending that on in. Carolina Girls Sport Fishing, limit of Baylor mahi-mahi, nice wahoo, and a handful of bottom fish. Now, Frisco Rod and Gun, we all know it's been hot. I mean, like 100 degrees hot, and so just be careful when you're out fishing if you do go out during the day. Surf fishing out of the surf, bluefish, croaker, pompano, red drum sharks, and sound, bluefish, red drum, speckled trout. Hatteras Jack out of Rodanthe reports bluefish, sea mullet, croaker, Spanish mackerel, and pompano. And Oceanside, that's Oceanside, and Soundside has shown red drum, bluefish, speckled trout, and sheep's head. Now working on down to Ocracoke. Look at this. Rick Lafferty with his 30-inch cobia, and it's that time of year that some of these smaller cobias will, and going later on in summertime, smaller cobias are like this or like this, and their markings look a little different than a full-grown one, so don't get confused what's out there. Now, take a look at this one. Tim from Boston. He says, my daughter and I went fishing with light 7-foot rods and 16-pound test line. I landed after 1.5 hours of chasing my fish up and down the beach, nearly a 5 to 6 foot sandbar shark. This is all reported by Tradewinds Bait and Tackle in Ocracoke. Go to the Tradewinds website, and if you're in Ocracoke, stop by Tradewinds. It's a great place. Started going there 30 plus years ago with Bob and Nancy Seabrill. All right, in the central area, I love this one. It was a story time again. With Victory Fishing, Captain Brian Saunders, he said, had a great day on the water with Mike and Mark Friday. We put over 25 in the boat, with several being small rat drum, but a tug's a tug. Two big things transpired, however, that just made my day. First, I landed the Noose River Grand Slam, and two, Mark, who was struggling and not getting much love from the fish, caught himself a red-tagged $100 24.25-inch striper at the end of the trip. Thank you, Jesus, for great friends and great times, and thank you, Brian Saunders, for that and knowing who to thank. All right, Chasing Tails out of Atlantic Beach, right there in Atlantic Beach Causeway, second business on the right when you cross over the bridge. Look at the, oh, I love this, 9.92-pound queen trigger and a rock hind grouper Caitlin Morse caught at the same time with a dropper rig. So congratulations to Caitlin. Here's a 43-pound king mackerel for the team tip jar crew. And also this young angler caught himself a doormat today while fishing with Captain Rick. It was all he could do to hold this beast up. That's like the second time now, I think, out of there. These big flounders. So flounder season, remember, September 1 through September 14. So those big ones they'll be getting bigger. Fall time, they start eating this, so they will be getting bigger. Emerald Isle Adventures, they say hot summer fishing continues. Stoked to get our clients on some overslot and upper slot reds. Now, Bogue Inlet Pier in Emerald Isle, king mackerel activity really picked up for them over the past week or so. They say congratulations to Wayne Powell out of Jacksonville. First off, with a 30-pound king mackerel. Second off, with a 27-pound king mackerel. Larry Franklin from Hubert, North Carolina, a 4-pound, 15-ounce Spanish, almost had 5 pounds. And Jake Whiteley from Bayboro with a 3-pound, 6-ounce sheep's head. So congratulations to those folks down in the southern area. Pay attention when you're in the water. Surf City Ocean Piers. Someone was fishing a little too close to the pier this morning and had to be escorted off. An alligator. So usually alligators will show up surfside after a lot of heavy rain, and it floods, the fresh water floods into the creeks and rivers, and it flushes on down towards the ocean, and that's normally when you see said things. Johnny Mercer Pier, well, enough of me. Let's listen to their video report from the Johnny Mercer Pier.
Hey, welcome to Johnny Mercer Fisher Pier for our weekly fish report. Name's Matt Johnson, and as far as the news at the pier, we have on August 9th, the Donnywood Flounder Tournament. And remember, it is catch and release. As far as other things going, the bright spot is red drum. Seems to be there around. You can use live bait, finger mullet, shrimp. If you can get your hands on whatever's down there, maybe a Virginia mullet, some small items, cut bait, pinfish head. It seems to be they're having a little luck. A lot of them are in the slot and keepers. Haven't heard too many that are oversized as far as you get thrown back. As far as the rest of what's on the bottom, a lot of guys are fishing early and late because it's really, really hot. It's kind of all over the place. You might get a spade fish, you might get a mullet, you might get a puffer. Either way, it's not 95 degrees at night. It's cool, no mosquitoes, great time to be at the pier at night. As far as the Spanish go, it's been kind of quiet there. I'll be honest with you. Early in the morning, it's kind of a hit or miss. They're here. They're a lot like you and I. They don't like the heat. It's a little slow. Right now, at 4 o'clock and on would be a good time to try if you're going to come out early in the morning, daybreak till about 9. It's kind of a hit or miss. Haven't had a lot of good news. It's mainly with the red drum. Just remember, when you come to Johnny Mercer's Pier, size matters, you matter, and we look forward to seeing you at the pier. Thank you for your support.
Thank you, Matt. Now we're going to scoot on down to up to the Seaview Pier in North Topsail. They're clear, concise, and to the point. Trout and black drum from last night. I forgot as well, the Bogue Inlet Pier is experiencing some speckled trout activity. Now, here's a viewer video. Was it Jason and Michelle say, "Hi Bill, we love your channel. Please find attached some fishing we did with redfin charters out of Charleston, South Carolina." Now everything's been exclusive North Carolina, but I thought this was fun. Take a look at this. It says, "Captain Justin worked his butt off to ensure we had a great time, and we did. It was a birthday trip for our oldest son, Kendall. Speckled trout and red drum. All the drum were over 30 inches, and a stingray the guide estimated to be over 100 pounds. Wow. Thank you very much, Jason and Michelle, for sending that on in. Again, that was out of Charleston, South Carolina. That other Carolina. No, I won't show that I'm a North Kakalaki boy. I'm going to be nice to South Carolina. Thank you very much for sending that on in. By the way, everybody, email me, billhitchcock@mail.com, billhitchcock@mail.com. Send me your pictures, your videos. If you're a charter boat captain, if you're just a normal person, if you're a bait and tackle shop, a pier, it doesn't matter. Send it on in. Give us some kind of context to your pictures and video, like what type of bait lure you were using, what type of conditions you were fishing in. You do not have to give us your secret fishing spot, but hey, if you want to, we'll definitely talk about it on air. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification button so you'll know every time we have a brand new program. All right. That's it for me. We got a brand new fishing report we're working on to get out to you. By the way, every Monday we have a new fishing report. We're recapping what happened over the weekend, and usually Thursday at the latest Friday, we got a different fishing report to get out to you to show you what's about to happen on the coming weekend. And usually we do a lot more weather during that time. All right, enough of all that. I'm Bill Hitchcock. Until next time, see ya.